Hello and welcome to AssemblyTV studio. My name is Rin Nieminen and I will be hosting Fireside chat today. Today, as my guest, is Peter Smets.
Hi.
Welcome.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be on this side of the chair for once.
So Peter, tell us, what do you do? You're from the group RBBS.
Yeah, Royal Belgian Beer Squadron, which is the best Belgian demo group except for Fulcrum. And yeah, we do, basically we do fun stuff. We make some demos. We mostly organize. So we're a bunch of organizers. We do networking and compo organizing at, say, revision under construction demo parties. We've done things at Breakpoint years ago. And we're just there, we hang out, we don't take everything too serious. And we have a subgroup for all the network stuff. That's BAS, that's Belgians as a service. So if you want the network, they call the Belgians.
Okay, and how long have you been in this group? Or?
Our sticker says it's grounded, it started in 1992.
Okay.
Yes, because that's the day when I met Santa at the TRSI Easter conference in my hometown of Leuven. And since then we've been doing this, and I think we officially started RBBS somewhere in the late 90s, because we were also going like LAN parties and gaming events. And then RBBS was, that was just like, we started out as Clan Bar. So Clan and Bar as in Belgian alcohol research, but then for the demos we did like Royal Belgian Beer Squadron because that sounded just cool, because you need to be royal, because we have a king. Ah,
yes. And you're organizing things, but you're also doing demos with your group.
Yeah, well, I myself have been doing some demos on, I did some PC demos for Breakpoint, and then about a year ago I said, hey, I never really made something on the Commodore 64, so I'm starting from scratch. I don't know anything. Okay, I can do some stuff in BASIC, and I can change the border, and I know how to like make a block on the screen. But that was it. So let's just start from zero, start from scratch, see what's available from what you can find on the internet, and learn from that. And now a year later, I can do a logo and a scroller and the music and some bouncy things with it.
A year later?
Yeah, so every party I go there and I code something. Huh. So it's like, okay, here's one effect. Let's use that in something. And just make a demo, make a small demo, make you release something like It's very, very unlikely you're going to win the competition, but make a demo, release something. People will like it. You will not get negative comments for releasing something. So I think the last thing I released was on Underground Conference in Germany, and the intro was actually called Aiming for Third Place, and I got third place in a beer. That was fine. Yeah. You're doing something, that's important. Do something, make a demo, it's whatever. Not on Commodore or on Amiga, on PC, you don't have to make your winning demo in the old school competition here, or you don't have to win X Party in Holland, because those are big projects that people work on for 2 years. Just make something. If you have something that's shiny, bring it out.
And what about, you have been in the demo scene for years. What was the thing that catched your eye, or?
I'm one of those crazy people who actually read the Squirrel Text in the 1980s on my Commodore 64, because you get the game and then there's an intro in front of it and you say, this guy cracked it, and we say hi to blah, 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 and then they tell their entire life stories and they give their phone numbers and their addresses, because then you would still do that. And I would read those scroll texts, and then I just, okay, let's write to one of those guys. And you send in a disk, because the save icon, in the mail, and 2 weeks later you get a letter back with 2 other disks, and then you start copying that out, and then suddenly you're a mail swapper. And I think that we're talking 91, 92 here. I had contacts, because you had people you would send letters to. And I had people in Israel, in Iran, Turkey, actually 2 guys in Tampere, which I still have the address somewhere. Maybe they still live there. I don't know. So yeah, and that's how you start, and then yeah, you start going to events, and then suddenly you buy a modem and you're doing BBSs and you're transferring things on phone lines before the internet, and then you start organizing stuff.
And what is the most interesting part in demos for you? Why do you love organizing demo events and doing them?
For my own things, it's just like creating them. So creating them, and then if people like it on the big screen, and you get some, okay, I made this, and they come to you like, yeah, that's nice. Or they just come over to you like, how did you do that? What was the little thing that you used? What is this a text? Is this an animation? Is this whatever? You can explain things, and you can learn from each other. That's like the bigger complex. When I'm watching demos myself, it's more or less like asking, I have no idea how they did that. Because you can, if you watch the demo, you can see, okay, this is text, this is a 3D cube, that's this or this effect plasma, whatever. And sometimes you have, mostly on the old school platforms, as we've had on Revision this year, there was one demo where you had like one layer was moving, okay, that's text. Second layer is a background picture, fine. Third layer are the sprites. And then came a 4th layer, and you're like, I have no idea how they did this. Those things are nice. Okay,
so it's like, it's a way to prove that you know.
Well, no, there is nothing to prove. It's like demo scene is not about proving things. Like the times of the wars that I am better than you and blah blah, they're long gone. It's have fun. You don't have to prove something for yourself. Prove to yourself that you can make a scroller. Prove to yourself that I can make a cube on the screen, and I can prove myself even more when it's shiny and blinky. Those things.
And your seminar was about the old school demo for dummies, I think, named. So where should I start if I want to make an old school demo? What should I do first?
Use your favorite search engine. Find one that you like, that you're familiar with, like Commodore 64, Amiga. They're the most common ones, and they're also pretty well documented. And go from there. There are many websites which show complete code examples. Just copy paste into your development environment. You don't have to program on the old Commodore. Everything is done on PC for Mac. You have applications which will help you, that you have screens each other. You can, it's all modern. And go from there, copy paste. Just start with something stupid. Just have, on a Commodore 64, you have the border around your screen. Make it change color, so you have done something, and then you make it change color in a way that you can control it. It shows a nice bar that goes up and down. And start from there, and then say, okay, let's make a scroller, and you can go on the internet and just copy paste a scroller if you really want to, how to do it. But it's much more fun when you discover it yourself. It's not fun when you're like, why the hell isn't this working moment happens, but then you walk away for 5 minutes and you try again, because it can be quite complicated, certainly on the older computers. They have lower memory, so you have to use all kinds of tricks to make it work like you do. But yeah, so that's where you start. Find something that you really want to do, and also go to demo parties with old school competitions. Talk to the old school guys. Many parties, they will happily explain you how it does. Many of them will even give old sources if you really ask them nicely with 1 or 2 beers. And like that, it's not a closed world. So as yes, demos in itself are not open source, but the information is open. You can talk to people like, hey, how did you do this? How did you do that? I was in Norway a few weeks ago on Solskog demo party, and I had a problem with one of my things, and there was a guy from France that we just sat there for 50 minutes, and I'm like, oh, no, I fixed it like this. I'm like, aha, I shall steal the idea from you. And that's how it works.
Okay. So are there some kind of events also for the first timers that?
Everybody is welcome on any event as a first timer. I think here also at Assembly, if it's your first time visiting, putting in a compo, nobody will laugh at you. If you go to bigger parties as Revision or X, you are completely welcome with your productions. And then you have smaller parties all over the world. You can go from Tokyo Demo Fest in Japan to Ed Party in the United States, to parties in Sweden, Italy. There's a party in Turkey that I really want to visit one day. And you just show up. You say, hi, I'm new here. You don't even have to have a demo or something. Just show up and talk to people.
Okay, so what about the future? What is the next thing that you are waiting for, or is there some event that you're really waiting for going, or what do you want to do next?
Well, the last take my money already experience that I had was the guy who made a cartridge for the Commodore 64, which replaces your disk drive, because disk drives are mechanical; they will fail. So you can now load from USB sticks. He designed a new motherboard for the Commodore 64 because they stopped production 20 years ago. So slowly, they're all going to, you don't want to use it anymore because you're afraid it's going to die. And he designed a completely new motherboard. You screw open the broken Commodore 64, you put the new motherboard in, and you close, and you have it's a brand new one, and you can use the old case if you want to. And that was like he put it out there on the internet like, if you're interested, just drop me a mail. And I think his mailbox exploded because Facebook and other pages went poof. It's like, I want 2, I want 3, give me. It's 1541ultimate.net is the website, if I'm correct. If I'm not, sorry. So yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. That's like, okay, here's my credit card and make it hurt.
Okay.
And like what's coming on for demos. I've had the discussion with Truck yesterday when we were doing the Scene Set broadcast. Is that you will see your animation video competitions where they one entry was with all the colorful cubes interacting with a nice glow. This was now a movie. And like in 12, 18 months, we'll have this real time on a PC running in maybe a 4K or an 8K, 64K intro. So it's always looking at what the animation video competitions have done in year 1. In year 3, you will do this real time. So this is like, okay, people have the ideas. Now it's just a matter of time to work it out in a technical way or just fake it.
So you're excited about this evening's combos?
Well, yes. It's what Assembly has is that the real wild is always crazy. You will always have guys who reprogram a bus sign or something like that. And now we have there was this little display thingy. You have the mixer panel was like completely destroyed with the thing. Is like that's what I like about the Assembly competitions.
Yeah.
So yes, there.
Okay, well, hey, thank you for being our guest today.
Okay.
And thank you for watching Fireside Chat. We will be seeing you soon.